Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking. So today I'll be reacting to Pewdiepie drawing. He just dropped that video. I'm pretty sure I'm like the only one, the first one to make a video on it. I'm pretty early on it. I mean, yeah, I'm fucking late. I had shit to do, okay? And I mean, obviously I already watched the video. I ain't gonna front. So I'm just gonna talk about like some things, I don't know, fucking advice, going through over his drawings. So alright, let's get started. This is his second drawing video. I saw his first one. Well, I mean, I skipped around it. But I thought he was doing good progress. One thing I will say that I'm not that big of a fan of is that he's starting out with drawing anime girls, the anime style. There's nothing wrong with that. If he just wants to draw that style, he's just having fun. Honestly, for me, if I could do something differently, go back to when I was 5 years old, I would have drawn, from reference, but actual people. You feel me? It sounds weird, but if you know the anatomy of it, then you can distort it into something more simplified, which is what anime and cartoons are. But it is also entirely possible to just learn the anime style and that's it. And if you just want to do that, then that's fine too. Which it feels like he just wants to do. He just wants to have fun. So I don't even know why I brought it up. I will say, okay, real quick. The reason why I'm not a big fan of people learning anime right away, if they want to learn drawing in general, is that these proportions, these anime girls with these proportions, and the guys too, you've seen these cartoons and then shows. If you ever thought about it yourself, like as an American, you think that don't seem right. You look at Yu-Gi-Oh and they're like with these very angular faces. Like, people don't look like that. Yeah, your fat fucking face doesn't. Your American face doesn't. Not even like your dad or anything. Not even somebody who's skinnier. Because those are Japanese faces. Japanese men, Japanese women have softer faces and softer jawlines. Well, not softer jawlines, but they're like, tucked in more. So you just gotta be careful, because a lot of people just take the anime style and don't know where things go. They're just following like a template. Alright. I saw that he started to ink, which is, yeah, and he did mess up. It's a slippery slope. He said that it doesn't automatically make it better, and I feel it. When I first started to ink shit, I felt the same way. But that is something you just have to do and mess up your drawings, unfortunately, until you get it right. Until you learn the little tricks. You can't watch a tutorial on it, because you just gotta mess up. So yeah, he's showing good progress. He's a little stiff with the body and the posing and the neck. The neck is the biggest problem that beginners have, connecting the neck to the body to the head. All right, now we get to this drawing that he did. It's really good. I really like it. Like, no joke. I don't got much to say about it. It's like this kind of Junji Ito type of vibe. Obviously some problems. The mouth is a little crooked. It's more centered towards us when it should be like upwards, you feel me? And the jawline over there is like coming out a bit. But I'm surprised, man. This looks very good. I'm not a big fan of those little ears, those little tiny ears. I'm a big fan of fat ears, fat fucking ears. FFE guy right here. But it looks good. He seems to have a knack for it, for drawing faces. Right, he's having trouble really fitting in those lips. If you know what I mean, he detailing the lips. It's hard because if you put in too much detail in the nose, in the lips, it becomes a little. Also, I mean, just side note, you could draw on both sides. Just a personal thing for me. Draw on both sides. It's a sin, I think, to not fill out your notebook like that. Alright, but it's his notebook, He can do whatever he wants. Now he switched to another bigger notebook, which is dope. More faces, more space, means more practice. That's good. And right off the bat, the first page, it looks beautiful. One thing I will say, he's not doing the little scratchy thing that a lot of beginners do that I hate. He's pulling his lines like clear lines. I'm a fan of that. And let me just say, I feel like I can talk about this because I'm also self-taught. I also feel like sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Looking at all these other amazing artists who are classically trained and have been to so many classes, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Again, those little ears. Not a big fan of those little ears. I am seeing that he's having trouble with hands. I mean, who doesn't? He's drawing like these little tiny hands, little bird hands. Draw them bigger, man. If you're a beginner, personally, I think you should draw hands bigger than you think they should be. I think hands look better if they're a little bit too big than if they're a little bit too small. It looks better, in my opinion. Right here, you see him draw these hands, which I feel like they're from reference, and I mean the difference is clear, right? Then you see him pose. He says it's weird. It ain't weird, man. I do it. Everybody does it. If you're alone, wow. I mean, he's not alone, but that's very telling of me. But if you're, by yourself and you need somebody, it's like, what are you gonna do? And look, in his reference and the drawing he got from it, I know he's got bigger hands, and he's probably afraid of drawing bigger hands because he thinks, cute anime girl equals little small hands. But nah, man. Even if they're big, if they're like skinny hands, it'll look good. That is one thing I will say, don't make that mistake. I got big old, like, fat hands. They're not big, but they're fucking meaty. And I always end up drawing women with these thick fucking sausage hands. So just watch out for that. So he moved on to color right here. Which I wasn't sure at first. I don't know if I was gonna be a fan of it. I think he was gonna be moving a little bit too fast. I think he should really, nail down those basics first. But he's doing pretty good. He seems to have a lot more of a knack for painting and coloring. That inking right there is pretty good. I really like that one. It's subtle. He seems to already be getting the hang of inking, which is a very good sign very early on. And that one right there, he was too afraid to color in. I can see why. It's pretty good. He's also having a little bit trouble with the eyes, and there's always this thing about making your characters a little cross-eyed. Sometimes he draws the face in an angle, but the eyes he doesn't do that, which is normal because I also sometimes just fuck up in that way. And the rest of his drawings are showing pretty good improvement. This orange hair one, a little crazy on the side. Hair is crazy, I get it, but if that strand wasn't there, I would be a lot more happy. I don't know if he got it from reference. I know that a lot of anime fucking poses are intense. On the right side, I don't know what that. So it's supposed to be like strands separating. It feels more like a mucus type of situation. You feel me? Like a viscous liquid. If you're not careful, that's what happens. So just watch out for that. Alright, so we're moving on to his favorite drawing that he did. His hair is pretty crazy, especially on the left side. Those little loops. I'm not seeing how they connect to her head. I don't know again if he got it from reference. I feel like he did it, which is pretty impressive. Those ears at the top, they're a little too in the wrong angle. They should be a little bit more tucked back. It feels like her hair is shifting, like she's wearing a wig. That eye on that left eye is bothering me a little bit. Apart from that, it's pretty good. He has to be careful in like inking these random strands. It'll look very disconnected, just connected to the main strands. Obviously he's having trouble with different angles. They're a fucking bitch. Especially this one. This is probably one of the hardest angles he chose to do. I never draw in this angle because it feels like, you know, because it's anime, you want to draw everything simple. So it feels like the chin and then the face, it just fuses, everything fuses into the neck. And I hate that feeling. So in this instance, so women do have bumps on their throats. They have tracheas, obviously, but not that much. That's an Adam's apple. Women don't have Adam's apples. You know, watch out for that. Obviously, the eyes, the facial features are a little bit too far back. They should be more forward because of the side profile. And the hair in this one is particularly crazy. Now it doesn't make as much sense. I know people want to draw the ethereal type of hair, but be careful with that. With, you know, too many loose strands. This side profile is a lot better. Right here with this sad anime girl that he tried to draw, that's a tough angle, because if you're following those guidelines, you're gonna you know, tuck that chin in if you're not careful. That seems to be what happened, but I'm surprised he's gotten so far in such little time. It's impressive, honestly. Alright, so now we're seeing his drawing process, and then he says this.
So yeah, I realized I never actually drawn anything and recorded it before, so it was a bit weird, but this is how I do it. I bet it's wrong.
Man, shut up. In the nicest way possible. Hey man, look, he's just started drawing out. He doesn't need to. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, you know, oh, you gotta draw the circle with the lines and the. Shut up, you fucking nerd. Just start drawing out whatever you like, whatever you feel like. Familiarize yourself with the anatomy of the characters you're drawing, and then those guidelines will start to make a lot more sense, and you'll begin to utilize them a lot better. But don't worry about those guidelines and the process, and just draw, man. Make mistakes. Alright, now to his finished drawing. It looks pretty good. I am noticing that the way that he draws the hair is a little bit stiff. It's like a little bit like clouds, but also the flow is not quite right. The ponytail is going this way, and then the little two strands are going that way. I think for a better flow, it would be a little bit more like this. Lastly, I also saw that he was drawing from Chainsaw Man, which is good. I think you can get a lot more out of drawing from people who've drawn for decades than from like a anime girl template. So drawing from your favorite artist, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, all of that stuff is way better than drawing from like a mobile game cover or something. I'll also make a list of artists that I think are gonna be useful for, you know, to study if you guys need it. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. He's showing pretty good improvement, pretty good progress. I'm excited to see where it's gonna be in, like, I don't know, 6 months. As long as he doesn't move too fast, takes his time, he's gonna be okay. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.